Hello, welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I'm Smokey. I hope wherever you're at today, you're having a fantastic day. Here in Wisconsin, the weather has turned a corner. Thankfully, it is supposed to be in the 70s all week this week. Our yard is still pretty wet. We've had quite a bit of rain compiled on top of all the snow we had. But if we have a few days of sunshine, I might be mowing grass this weekend. So just a couple weeks ago, we had 3 feet of snow, and now we're going to be mowing the lawn. But I guess that's how the weather goes. I'm just really thankful that it's springtime and the sun's shining and the birds are out and the grass is green. And so we're going to be able to get outdoors and do lots of things that we haven't been able to do for a while. So I'm so ready for that. Speaking of things that I'm ready for, I'm really excited to show you all of the postcards that I got this week. I got quite a few. So I'm always happy when I go to the mailbox and there are postcards and letters there. I'll begin with the ones that I got through postcrossing.com, the official ones, and then we'll move into swaps and friend mails. The first postcard that I received is this one. This comes from Angelica, who lives in Germany. And so she says, greetings and smiles, and that spring has finally arrived where she lives. And as I was just saying, spring, I think, has finally arrived in Wisconsin. So here is a wonderful postcard. This is a really great scene from Star Wars with Jabba and Leia, and so I really enjoy this postcard. And it come right after Star Wars Day, so it was really great timing. And there are the stamps that she has included, so thank you so much for that. This next postcard is also from Germany, and it is a picture of this cute little bunny rabbit, and so I really enjoy that as well. And there are the German stamps. Here's a really nice vintage card that I really like. This comes from Linda. Linda lives in Canada. She likes to garden, to grow vegetables. She likes to bake. She likes to bake bread and to read nonfiction. And so she sends me greetings from Canada. And there is the stamp she has included. This next card is from Great Britain. This comes from Iago, who lives in Great Britain. He lives in London. He is from Spain, and he is a medical writer. But he now lives in London. But he writes that he was recently on a trip to Manchester where he picked up this card, and so he sent it to me. So thank you, Iago. I really like the card. I really like the image on it. And Iago says that he watches this channel. So thanks for watching, and thank you so much for the card. I really, really appreciate it. And those are the 2 stamps that he has included. So thank you. Okay, that's it for the official mail. Now we move to friend mail and swaps. These next 3 postcards are from Lewis, who lives in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. Lewis is always so kind to this channel. He watches the videos, he comments, and he's always sending me really great postcards. And I know not just for me, but for some other channels too. And so Lewis, I know we all really appreciate it. This is the first postcard he sent, and you're going to notice a theme with these postcards. I really like the paper that that's on this postcard. Really shiny here in the margin. I don't know if you can see that. And then a wonderful camel, which goes into my long-necked animals collection. And then there is the stamp and a sticker that matches the postcard. So Lewis, thank you for that. And then here Lewis sent me another one. another long-necked animal. And he says, yes, 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 it's another long-necked camel for your collection. So thank you so much, Lewis. I really like this, and I really appreciate it. And then look at that stamp. That is a wonderful stamp with that satellite and decorated very nice. So thank you. And then finally, he sends me this happy camel. It's a wonderful postcard, and I really like it. And wait till you see the stamp. Look at that. It's like an entire souvenir sheet. There's a stamp in the middle. And so a really wonderful stamp. Doesn't leave much room for a message, but that's great. He's had this camel sticker. And I don't know if he realized it or not, but he mailed this on April the 16th, which was my birthday. So I thought that was really, really neat that I got a card dated on my birthday. So once again, Lewis, thank you for all of the cards and all of your support. This next postcard comes from David. David lives in San Francisco, and we're going to talk about a couple Davids today. So this is the David that lives in San Francisco. He sends me this wonderful Star Wars card, Darth Vader front and center, and he says, Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. So David, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And then he has included one of the droid stamps from the droid series from the United States Postal Service. So I thought that was really awesome. So thank you. David also sent me another card. And I really, really like this card. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it also has a shine and a shimmer to it. It's of San Francisco, the famous windy streets and the cable car and the Golden Gate Bridge. I've never been to San Francisco. I've been to Southern California a couple times, but never made my way to Northern California, something I'd really like to do. And then I want you to see, I don't want to reveal David's address, but I want you to see this postmark, this cancellation on here, because it's special. David says, greetings from West Peck's Stamp Show, celebrating 150th anniversary of the cable car. So West Peck's a very large stamp show that took place in San Francisco. I know lots of people attended, and so the postmark and even the cancellation there. So David, thank you so much for this card. I might have mentioned this before. I have never been to a stamp show. I've been collecting 7-8 years now, I guess. I really want to go to one. There are a few small ones around my area. Matter of fact, there was one last weekend, about an hour and a half from where I live. But unfortunately, I just had so much to do last weekend, I wasn't able to attend. But hopefully one day I'll get to go to a stamp show. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm really pleased to receive this card and the Star Wars card. So thank you, David. Next, this card comes from Caroline, who sends me this card. She says that my YouTube channel introduced her to Postcrossing. So that's so awesome. I'm glad that that I introduced someone to Postcrossing, and that she has been inspired to take up this wonderful hobby. And she says they've had a late spring where she lives, but warmer weather's on the way. And she says, I hope you enjoy this first day of issue postcard from Oregon for the new tulip stamps. So thank you so much. So this is a first day of issue. There you see the new tulip stamps. I just bought some of these stamps just a week or so ago. And then you can see first day of issue. So they had the service there in Oregon, and so she picked up this postcard and sent it to me. And what a beautiful postcard this is. Look at those tulips. So thank you so much for sending this. I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching the channel. And I hope you're enjoying Postcrossing. It's such a great hobby, and and I haven't met a person who just isn't one of the most kindest people on the planet. Everyone at Postcrossing is so very nice and generous. Speaking of nice and generous, this postcard comes from Jilly B. Jilly B living her life her way. Please do check out her channel. There's a link to it in the description of this video. She sends me this lovely giraffe card, and she says, I thought of you, when I saw this postcard, and so she had to send it to me. So thank you so much, Jilly B. I appreciate it. There are the stamps that she has included, and the giraffe stickers and her signature B stamp. So Jilly, thank you. And then Jilly wasn't done. She sent me another card. This is a maxi postcard. I watched the video where she showed these, that she went to the post office and purchased these stamps and postcards for the newly released Robin Hood series that the Royal Mail released. And I think these are wonderful stamps. This one is Robin Hood when he meets Little John. And I think that's such a great scene and a great stamp. And then the stamp on the back as well. So Jilly, thank you so much. I really appreciate your generosity. Here is the next postcard. This comes from Germany, and this comes from Catherine and Werner. Catherine and Werner are post-crossers, and I got in contact with them probably 2 years ago, maybe a little longer, and we've just started pen paling. Catherine and Werner, my wife and I, we've all become pen pals. We exchange postcards with each other and letters and gifts and surprises, and so they were on vacation. They live in Germany, but they were on vacation here in Nuremberg, and so they thought that they would send me this postcard. So Catherine and Werner, thank you very much for your friendship and for the postcard. Like I was saying about Postcrossing, that's great. We have met some really good people, and by met, not always in person, but we've met through correspondence, and I feel like I know these people just like I know my family. We exchange so many letters and things back and forth, and I just think it's a great way to meet people and to learn about different parts of the world. So thank you so much for that. Next is this card. This comes from Vita, who lives in Philadelphia. She's a fan of the channel, and so thank you so much. And she sends me some things about frogs, and she says, did you hear the one about the frog who was raised by bunnies? All he could say was rabbit. So I think that is that's really funny and a really great card. And then I like all the stickers and the stamps that she has used and the giraffe stamp. So thank you so very much for that. This next postcard comes from David. This is a different David. This David lives in New York, and he sends me this postcard, which I think is really cool. And it is the College of Physicians of Philadelphia. And he says he picked this up when he was on a trip to Philadelphia, and that if you like medical history and things, you should definitely check out this museum. So it looks really cool. And David, thank you for sending this to me. And there is the stamp. And then lastly is this envelope. Boy, I love this Roy Lichtenstein stamp. These just came out. So thanks for that, David. And this is what's inside. This is such an awesome card. It is a sort of a greeting card, and he says that this was issued in 1998 by the USPS. It is a stamp note card, and I have this stamp in my collection. And then he says it's amazing how much postage has increased in 25 years. So I want to take a few minutes and talk about that because 25 years ago, a postage stamp in the U.S. was 32 cents. Today, a postage stamp in the U.S. is 63 cents. That's for first class postage. And it is supposedly going up in July to 66 cents. And for us post-crossers, mostly we use international mail. And to send a postcard internationally is $1.45. Now, I know that it's higher in some places. I believe that it's I know it's higher in Great Britain and some other places to send postcards. So yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are about that, because that is it's a 32% increase in the U.S. Since postage went up in 2019. In 2019, a postage stamp was just 50 cents, and it went to 55 cents, and then it's went up several times after that. Now at the current rate of 63 and soon to probably 66 cents. And the USPS says they need to raise the price of a stamp to keep up with inflation and things of that nature. So yeah, let me know, does the price of postage, does that determine how many postcards and letters you send? For a lot of us, it does. As postage increases, we try to find more inventive ways to save costs. I know Jilly B's done some great videos recently on how to find postcards at a discount, and other people have shown things like that. So yeah, it is something that I definitely take into account when I buy stamps. You can buy just the regular international stamp, which you've seen is the flowers. They're $1.45 a piece. What I usually do is I buy different stamps, and then I make up the $1.45 price tag, just because a lot of people in post-crossing also, if they're not stamp collectors, they enjoy stamps. So I like to send different stamps on each postcard, but it can get pricey. So let me know what you think about that. Are stamps higher where you live? Are they lower? Have you seen them gone up in your country? And yet, does it affect how many postcards you send with post-crossing? Just something we can have a little discussion about. I remember growing up, stamps were a quarter. They were 25 cents. We lived out in the country. There was a lot of times that if we wrote a letter, we took a quarter and put it on the envelope and put it in the mailbox, and the mailman would come by and I guess take our quarter and put a stamp on it. A lot of times we never went to the post office. But yeah, that's it. I know everything is increasing in price, and so it's certainly a concern for a lot of people, because it is such a great hobby. But sometimes you wonder if things like that do limit our ability to communicate with other people. Anyway, rant over. Thank you all so much for sending all of these postcards. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment. Let's talk about stamp prices. Let me know what your favorite postcard is. Boy, it's hard for me to choose a favorite postcard this week, but I really like this one. I like them all. They're all my favorite. They're all really great. Give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to this channel. We just hit 350 subscribers. I'm super, super excited about that. So onwards and upwards. And thank you for watching. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.